Hello everyone, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session. So today's session is on quantitative ability and this is part of our SSC Winning Booster series. So we will look at a few questions which are useful for your SSC exam preparations from the quantitative ability section. I see Sony, Neha, Vidya in the session. So hi all of you, welcome to the session. We'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes for more students to join and then we'll start. So a lot of exams are coming up, the dates are released for IBPS, SSC, then you have LIC, AAO, right? So hi Shraddha, good evening. So I hope all of you are preparing seriously for these exams that are upcoming. Hi Muskan, good evening. Been a long time since I've seen Shraddha and Muskan in the session. What happened? Where were you both? Hi Siddharth. Okay, so let's get started. So in the SSC examinations, as you all know, some topics which are very important are topics like trigonometry, algebra, heights and distance. So I have tried to take questions mostly from these topics in today's session. So let's get started without any further delay. Okay. Sony, there should be, you can check up the events calendar, right? It should be scheduled for the next month. You can definitely go through. In the events calendar, it should be updated. Okay, let's get started. Let us look at the questions chosen for today's session. So, the question, the method of how the class will I'll go about this way. So the question will appear on your screen. Go through the question, read the question, solve it and give me the answer, and once you give me the answer, I'll start solving the question. Okay, so that's how I'm going to be going about in the session. So let me share the first question for the session. The first question for the session is there on your screen. So try this question and give me the answer. This question is on circles, geometry, right? Circles and triangles. A circle is drawn with center O. A and B are 2 points on the circumference of the circle. C is a point on OB such that OC is equal to AC is equal to AB. Find angle OAB. So solve this question and give me the answer. Good evening Karthik, good evening Sonia. So I always say this, when it comes to geometry, there are these properties that you need to know. So if you know the properties, then solving a lot of questions from geometry becomes very easy. So when you are preparing geometry, note down these properties so that you can refer back to it later, just before the examination. It will really come in handy. So what's given here? A circle is drawn with center O. Yeah, A and B are 2 points on the circumference of the circle. C is a point on OB such that OC is equal to AC is equal to AB. That is, OC is equal to AC is equal to AB. So this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to this side. So all these three, OC is equal to AC is equal to AB is given. Now what should you find? You have to find out the angle OAB. You have to find out what is this angle. This is the question. So how will you go about solving it? See, now if I know that, see, first I am going to consider this triangle. Okay, I am going to consider the triangle AOC. So if I consider this triangle AOC, what can I say? I can say that OC is equal to AC. That is, these two sides are equal, right? If these two sides are equal, then what does that mean? These two angles will also be equal, right? It's like it's an isosceles triangle. So these two sides are equal. That means if this angle is alpha, then this angle is also alpha. So that is the first property that we have made use here. Okay. So if you have a triangle where two sides are equal, then the opposite angles, right, the angles that come here, right, other than the angle contained by the two sides, the other two angles, right, they will also be the same. So if this is alpha, this is also alpha. Now next, so if this angle is alpha and this angle is alpha, then what can you say about this angle? That is, what can I say about angle ACB? I can say this angle ACB is the exterior angle, correct? This exterior angle ACB is nothing but equal to 2 alpha, or that is the sum of the remote interior angles. That is again another property of triangles that you are making use here. Okay. So if this angle, right, angle ACB is equal to 2 alpha, how do I say that? This is an exterior angle, correct? So you have a triangle and you have an exterior angle. Let us say this angle is Z. Now if this angle is X and this angle is Y, then I can say that X plus Y is equal to Z. So using this property, I can say that angle ACB is equal to 2 alpha. Okay, so I have found out this angle also. Now consider this triangle ACB. Now if I consider the triangle ACB, so here if again these two sides are same, right, you have a triangle ACB where these two sides are same. What does that mean? These two angles are also same. So if this is 2 alpha, this is also 2 alpha. Right. Now what is it that I have to find out? I have to find out what is the value of angle OAB. This big angle I have to find out. Now consider this big triangle. That is, consider this triangle AOB. Right. If I consider this triangle, I can see that OB is equal to OA. How is that? Because OB and OA are the radius of the circle. So OB is equal to OA, or otherwise again using the same property that we used earlier, what can I say? If OB is equal to OA, then I can say that these two angles are equal. That is, angle OAB is equal to angle OBA. I already know angle OBA is equal to 2 alpha. So if this is 2 alpha, this is also 2 alpha, right? So if I consider the triangle OAB, I know this is 2 alpha, this is also 2 alpha, this is alpha, right? That is what we need to find out. So now in this triangle, what is the sum of the angles of the triangle? Right, sum of the angles of the triangle is 180 degree. So here 2 alpha plus 2 alpha, that is 4 alpha plus alpha, or 5 alpha is equal to 180 degree. Or what is the value of alpha? Alpha is equal to 180 divided by 5, or that is equal to 36 degree. So what is angle OAB? Angle OAB is equal to 2 alpha, which is equal to 2 into 36, which is equal to 72 degree. Yes. So what will be the answer here for this question? The answer here for this question will be option 3, 72 degree. Is it clear to all of you? See, it's actually very easy because I am explaining, it seems lengthy, but these properties, right, the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles, and this property of isosceles triangles. If you know these properties, solving the question becomes very easy, right? You can just write down the angles and then get the answer. Okay, is it clear? Everybody, did anybody not get 72 degree, or any of you didn't understand how we solved it? If it is clear, I'll move on to the next question. Yes, Soni, Siddharth, Muskan, Neha, Karthik. Is it clear? Yes. Okay, Siddharth says it's clear. Very good. Thanks for responding, Siddharth. Now, let's look at the next question. Next. So, this question is on simple interest. Soni says once again. Okay, you did not understand, Soni? Okay. So, see, I'll just erase whatever I have written here and I'll solve it for you now. See, this is alpha. Okay, I know OC is equal to AC is equal to AB. right? So if this is alpha, this is also alpha, correct? So these two are alpha. What will be this angle? It will be 2 alpha, right? Using the property exterior angle is equal to the sum of the remote interior angle. So this is 2 alpha. Now these two sides are same, so these two angles will also be same. So if this is 2 alpha, this is also 2 alpha. Now consider this big triangle OAB. If I consider big triangle OAB, this OB is equal to OA. So again these two angles will be same. This is 2 alpha means this is also 2 alpha. So if you consider the big triangle OAB, the angles that are there in this big triangle OAB are, what are the angles that are there? Alpha, 2 alpha and 2 alpha. Sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. From here you find out what is the value of angle OAB. That's all. I hope it's clear now, Soni. I think this explanation, this is what you actually will be doing in the examination. Not all the steps that I wrote in the beginning, that was for the sake of explanation. Next question. Hi Anubrat, how are you? Anubrat Chowdhury. And PRS also says hi. So hi to you too. Look at this next question. The next question is on simple interest. A sum amounts to rupees 3240 in 4 years at simple interest and to rupees 3780 in 6 years. In how many years will the sum become twice of itself? So give me the answer, try this, solve this question and give me the answer for this one. See, when you have questions on simple interest, what you have to keep in mind is that every year the interest is the same, correct? So here there is a principal P, okay? This principal becomes 3240 rupees in 4 years. Now in 8 years what is happening to this principal? 6 years, right? In 6 years this principal is becoming 3780 rupees. So what is the interest that we have received in 2 years time? In 2 years time the interest that we have received is nothing but 3780 minus 3240, or I can say we have received 540 rupees as interest for 2 years. So we know that in simple interest every year we get the same amount as interest. So for 1 year what is the interest that we are getting? For 1 year the interest that we are getting is nothing but 540 by 2 or 270 rupees I am getting as interest for 1 year. Now what is given here in the question? In the question it is given that in 4 years the principal becomes 3240 rupees. So in the 4 years what is the interest that you will get? See, I know that interest remains constant for every year, right? See, 1 year I am getting 270 rupees, the second year also I will get 270 rupees, third year also I will get 270 rupees and fourth year also I will get 270 rupees. So in 4 years what is the interest that I will get? I will get 270 into 4, or that is nothing but 1080 rupees as interest, correct? So when I get this as interest, the amount that I get is nothing but 3240, right? This is the amount that I get, okay? So there was some principal which I invested. To that when I add the interest for 4 years I am getting 3240 rupees. So what is the principal that I have invested? I have invested 2160 rupees. This is my principal, okay? So my principal amount is 2160 rupees. For this, in a period of 4 years I have got 1080 rupees. Now what is the question? In how many years will the sum become double of itself, or in how many years will the interest be equal to the principal? See, when will the sum become double of itself? The sum will become double of itself when the principal and the interest are equal, correct? So when will that happen? I can see here very clearly that in a period of 4 years, okay, I have got how much interest? 1080 rupees, which is nothing but half of the principal, right? My principal is 2160 rupees. Half of 2160 is nothing but 1080, right? So in 4 years, the interest that I am getting is nothing but half of the principal. So what will happen in the next 4 years also? I will again get another 1080 rupees as my interest, right? So totally in 8 years, what will happen? The interest that I get will be nothing but 2160, which is equal to the principal. So in how many years will the amount become double? It will become double in 8 years, correct? So what is the correct answer here? The correct answer is option D, 8 years. Is it clear? When you observe here, we see that the interest that is received in 4 years is nothing but half of the principal, right? So in 8 years, the sum will double. Okay, is it clear? See, you need not actually write any of these, right? You just have to find out what is the interest for 1 year, what is the interest for 4 years, and then with these 2 steps you will get the answer. Okay, so Siddharth now got 8 years, Vidya got 8 years, good. Anybody else got the answer? Okay, I hope it is clear to others as well. So let's move on to the next question. Next question. If A and B are complementary angles, then the value of sin A cos B plus cos A sin B minus tan A tan B plus sec squared A minus cot squared B is dash. See, you guys should be giving me the answer for this question. It's not very difficult. Give me the answer and then I'll start solving it. See, there is no point in me solving all the questions for you. You also have to try. So even if your answer is wrong, it's fine. Try it and give me the answer. Yes, Vidya and Shraddha have given me the answer as -1. So let us try it out. Munish says the answer is D, that is, answer is option 2, that is 0. Okay. So let's see, let's solve. Okay. What is given here? A and B are complementary angles, correct? So complementary angles means if I add A and B, right, A plus B is equal to 90 degree. When do you say two angles are complementary? When the sum of the angles is equal to 90 degree, you say the angles are complementary. So Suresh says, ma'am, please wait. Okay, are you trying the question, Suresh? Is that why you're wanting me to wait? Roshan says the answer is option 3, that is 1. Okay, so some of you have told me the answer is 0, 1 and -1. So I've got all the 3 options to be the answer. So what is given here? A plus B is 90 degree. Complementary angles means the sum of the angles is equal to 90 degree, right? Or what is A? A is equal to 90 minus B. Okay. Now, so what is sine A? See, if I have sine A, I can write the sine A as sine of 90 minus B, right? Or what is this? Sine of 90 minus theta is what? It is cos theta, correct? We know this identity, right? So similarly, sine of 90 minus B is nothing but cos B. Okay? We know this. Similarly, next I have, let us say I have cos A. So what is cos A? Cos is nothing but cos of 90 minus B again, which is equal to sin B, right? So wherever I have sin A is nothing but cos B. Similarly, cos A is nothing but sin B, right? Similarly, what can I say? I can say tan A is nothing but cot B, and vice versa, right? So these 3 things I can say using this identity, right? It is also given the angles are complementary. That's why we are able to arrive at this. Now, let us look at the given expression here. What have they given here? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B minus tan A tan B plus sec square A minus cot square B. So, how can you rewrite this expression? See, I have sin A cos B. Now, what is sin A? We just found out that sin A is nothing but cos B, right? So, sin A is nothing but cos B. I can write this as cos B. Similarly, what is cos A? Cos A is nothing but sin B. So, what will happen to this expression? It will become cos square B plus sin square B, right? Cos B into cos B, which is nothing but cos square B. Sin B into sin B will be sin square B. Now, here I have minus tan A tan B, correct? Now, what is tan A? I already know tan A is nothing but cot B. So, this is nothing but cot B, right? So, this is cot B minus cot B into tan B, okay, cot B into tan B plus, here what do I have? I have sec square A minus cot square B. See, again I know what is cot B. Cot B is nothing but tan A, right? So, what is cot square B? Cot square B is nothing but tan square A, right? So, put it like this. Now, what will you get? So, here you have cos square B plus sin square B. What is this? This is equal to 1. Now, what is cot B into tan B? That is also equal to 1. Cot into tan is equal to 1. Now, what is sec square A minus tan square A? That is also equal to 1. So, what is your answer? 1 minus 1 will get cancelled. 1. 1 will be your answer. Okay. So, the correct answer here will be option 3, 1. See, this is one way to solve the question. If you feel this is very lengthy, I get confused with all these identities, when I write down I make some mistake. There is another very easy way in which you can solve this question. What is that? See, what have they given here? A and B are complementary angles. So, what do you mean by complementary angles? The sum of the angles is equal to 90 degrees. So, the very easy way to solve this question is put A is 45, B is 45. Put both the angles to be 45 degrees, that is 45 plus 45 is equal to 90, and just put in this value for A and B in this expression, sin 45 into cos 45 plus cos 45 into sin 45 and so on. You do it that way also, you will get the answer as 1. Okay? I hope it is clear. I think the second method is far more easier. but you can do it using the first method also. You need to know this also, right? Concepts you should know. In the examination, it would make sense just to put A as 45 degree, B as 45 degree and solve. Right? We know A and B are complementary angles. You can put any value for A and B in such a way that their sum is 90 degrees. So the easiest angle that you can use is 45 degrees here for A and B. Okay, so the correct answer will be option 3, 1. Yes, so Siddharth said I am getting 1 as the answer. Muskan also got 1, Vidya got 1, Roshan got 1. Good. Clear? We will move on to the next question. So the next question is there on your screen. This question is on time and work. A can do a work in 5 days less than the time taken by B to do it. If both of them together take 11 1/9 days, then the time taken by B alone to do the same work is dash. So Siddharth and Ruchita have given me the answer as option C, 25. Yes, that is correct. Now let us try to solve this question. What is given here? A can do a work in 5 days less than the time taken by B to do it. So if I say that B is doing a work in X days, right? If B is able to finish the work alone in X days, A can finish the work in X minus 5 days, right? A can do a work in 5 days less than the time taken by B to do it. If both of them together take 11 1/9 days, then then the time taken by B alone to do the work is dash. So if A can do a work in X minus 5 days, in 1 day, how much work will A do? A will do 1 by X minus 5 of the work. Similarly, in 1 day, B will do 1 by X of the work. So, put together A and B, right? In 1 day, how much work will they do? 1 by X plus 1 by X minus 5. Now, I know that put together both of them are able to finish the work in 11 1/9 days, or in 100 by 9 days, they are able to finish the work put together, right? A and B. Or in 1 day, how much work will they finish? They will finish 9 by 100th of the work. So here you have to solve this, find out the value of X, and that is what they are asking, right? In how many days will B alone do the work? You have to find out the value of X. So ideally you should be solving this equation here. So you will actually get a quadratic equation, right? If you take the LCM, in the denominator you will have X into X minus 5, then on numerator you will have X minus 5 plus X is equal to 9 by 100. So anyway you take it to this side, there is going to be a quadratic equation, you have to solve it, right? So, but in the examination, this is actually time consuming. So one thing that you can do at this point, right? At this point what you can do is check with the options, right? See, think there, you have to find out the value of X, right? So try to see if X is 15 will work. If I put X is 15, what will I get? I will get 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10. Now 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10 is in no way going to be 9 by 100, correct? Similarly, put 20 and 15 and see. Will the answer come to 9 by 100? No. Put this and see. When you put 20, for instance, okay, you will have 1 by 20 plus 1 by 15 is equal to, actually if you solve this you will have 60 in the denominator, right? And here you will have 3 plus 4, 7 by 60, again not 9 by 100. Put 25, what will you get? 1 by 25 plus 1 by 20. So here the LCM is 100, here you will have 4 plus 5, which is nothing but 9 by 100. So the easiest way to solve this is, at this point, start checking with the options. Instead of writing it down like this and finding out the quadratic equation, solving it, that is more time consuming. Checking with the options would be far more easier. So what will be the answer for this question? The answer for this question will be option C, that is 25 days. So B alone will be able to do the work in 25 days, A alone will be able to do the work in 20 days. So Siddharth, Ruchita and Roshan have given me the correct answer. Is it clear to others as well? See, when it comes to questions on time and work, I always say you always need to stick to the unitary method. That is, for this particular question, the unitary method or the method that we followed right now, right? That is also called as unitary method. That is very easy. But there are many cases wherein the LCM method becomes, wherein you consider the number of units of work done in a day, right? Going by that method would be easier. So decide which method to choose depending upon the question. Next one. While selling a cooler, a shopkeeper gives a discount of 10% on the marked price. If he gives a discount of 12%, he earns rupees 35 less as profit. Find the marked price of the cooler is dash. So Chandrasekhar has given me the answer as option D. Vidya says option D. See, this is a very easy question. You will get the answer in like one step. So what is given here? While selling a cooler, a shopkeeper gives a discount of 10% on the marked price. So if I say the marked price is MP, okay, what is the shopkeeper doing? He is giving a discount of 10% on the marked price, or he is selling the product at 90% of the marked price. Now, if he gives a discount of 12%, right, he earns 35 rupees less as profit. So, if he gives a discount of 12%, that means if he is selling the article for 88% of the marked price, he is earning 35 rupees less as profit, right? So, I can say 0.9 MP minus 0.88 MP. Right, see, this is my selling price earlier, this is my selling price now. When I am changing the selling price like this, what is happening? My profit is reducing by 35%, or this difference is nothing but 35 rupees, right? 35 rupees, right? Or I can say that 0.2 marked price is 35 rupees. So what is the marked price? Marked price is nothing but 35 divided by 0.2, or that is nothing but 35 into 100 by 2, which is 1750 rupees. See, don't write like this and all in the examination. This 2% difference, right? This is just, I concept involved. See, this 2% difference in marked price, 2% of the marked price accounts to how many rupees? 35 rupees decrease in profit. So 2% of marked price accounts to 35 rupees. So 100% of the marked price accounts to how much? 35 into 100 by 2. That's all is required. Or this is nothing but 1750. Okay? Yes. So do it this way. This is the easiest way to do it in the examination. I have just explained it. This is the concept involved, but this is how you do it. 2% of the marked price accounts to 35 rupees. 100% of the marked price. How much is that? 1750 rupees. That is option D. Next one. If A and B are positive quantities and x is equal to a plus b by 2, y is equal to root of ab and z is equal to 2ab by a plus b, which of the following is correct? So Sony says for the previous question, ma'am, we can also check with options. Definitely Sony, that is also a very good way in which you can solve the question. You can also cross check with options given. Hi Srinivas. So Prince has given the answer for this question as x less than y greater than z. How are you guys saying that's the answer? Okay, Roshan says it is x greater than y greater than z. Siddharth also says option 1, that is x less than y greater than z. Sampath says option 2. Okay, so all of you are giving me either option 1 as the answer or option 2 as the answer. See, Prince says we can substitute values here. Prince, when you are substituting values, will that work? See, either a can be integers like 1, 3 or something like that, or a can be an integer and b can be like 0.5, right? It can also be like that. It is still positive. So they have not mentioned positive integers or anything of that. So they have just mentioned positive quantity. So you have to be careful when you substitute and get the answer for this question. So let's see how to approach it. So you have x is equal to a plus b by 2, y is equal to root of ab, z is equal to 2ab by a plus b. The only thing that I know is a and b are positive quantities and I have to find out the relationship between x and y and z. Okay. So first let us find out the relationship between x and y. Now, is x bigger or y bigger, right? So I am just going to do what is x minus y. Now, when I find this answer, right, if my answer is going to be negative, what does that mean? That means that y is greater than x. If the answer that I get here, right, is positive, what does that mean? That means x is greater than y. If I get this answer as negative, that means y is greater than x. I can, using this I can say which is greater, right, x or y. So here what is x? X is equal to a plus b by 2. Y is equal to root of ab. So what is x minus y? X minus y is nothing but a plus b by 2 minus root of ab, or this is nothing but a plus b minus 2 root ab by 2, or this is nothing but root a minus root b the whole squared by 2. Correct? So when I do x minus y, what is it that I get? See, I know a and b are positive integers. Even if this answer is negative, I am doing a whole squared here, correct? So this value of root a minus root b the whole squared will always be positive, or I can say the value of x minus y that I get is positive. So this x minus y, right, x minus y is positive, or what does that mean? That means that x is greater than y. Okay, so x is greater than y means these two options are automatically gone, right? X is less than y, these two options are gone. Then you have option 2 and 4, right, out of which one you have to eliminate. So let us now compare y and z to eliminate that. Okay, I have y and z. Now again let us do the same thing. Let us find out what is y minus z. What is y minus z? Root of ab minus 2ab by a plus b, or this is nothing but a plus b into root of ab minus 2ab by a plus b, right? So simplify this, what will you get? So this is nothing but you can take this root of ab outside. If you take it outside, you will have a plus b minus 2 root ab, which is again, right, this is nothing but, see, already you know what is this. This is nothing but root a minus root b the whole squared. So this expression is nothing but root of ab into root a minus root b the whole squared by a plus b. So anyway, the answer that you get here is also going to be positive. So if this is also positive, what does that mean? That means that y is greater than z. So what can you say? You can say x greater than y greater than z. So what will be your answer? Option 2 will be your answer. Got it? Prince, for this question you have given me the answer as x is less than y greater than z, but that is not correct, na? You should not, see, that's what I am saying. If it was given clearly, let us say they have given a and b are positive integers, then might be substitute the values might work, okay? But here it is just given x and a and b are positive quantities, so you cannot substitute values, you will go wrong. That's what I said. Some of them will be like either a can be like something like 0.5, b can be 1, or both a and b can be integers, or both of them can be 0.5, 0.2, something like this, right? So better to do it this way so that you don't go wrong. Is it clear? So the correct answer here will be option 2. X is greater than y is greater than z. So what did we do? We just found out the value of x minus y. We understood that the answer would be positive, so that means x is definitely going to be greater than y. Similarly, we find out what is y minus z. I get that y minus z is also a positive value, so that means that y is going to be greater than z. Yes, or the other way to look at it, very good method, Dev, who has mentioned that? Dev, Pal and Srinivas. See, AP is GP is greater than HP. See, this is nothing but the formula of AP, GP and HP, right? So using that also, you can say AP is always greater than GP, greater than HP. That is also correct. Got it? Shall we move on to the next question? Oh, okay. Some of you got back and said that the audio is muted. Sorry for that. Okay. Yeah, I hope you are able to hear me now. See, what I was trying to say was, for the previous question, I hope you can hear me now and see me as well, right? So for the previous question, one of you had given me the answer as it is the relationship between AP, GP and HP, okay? See, it is not the relationship between arithmetic progression, geometric progression and harmonic progression, right? It is the relationship between the means, arithmetic mean, geometric mean and so it is like AM, GM and HM. So it is the relationship between AM, GM and HM that was given in the previous question, right? Arithmetic mean is nothing but A plus B by 2. Geometric mean is nothing but AB, root of AB. That was what I was saying. I guess the audio was muted. So I didn't notice the terminology that Dev and Srinivas gave in the beginning. You don't say AP, GP, you say AM, GM and HM. I hope it is clear. Okay, let's look at the next question. So try this question now. I hope the previous question was clear to all of you and you are able to hear my audio now. Please do respond so that I know that you guys heard what I said. So try this question, tell me what the answer for this will be. A man can row 12 kilometers per hour in still water while the river is running at a rate of 2.4 kilometers per hour. It takes him 1 hour to row to a place and to come back. How far is the place? So let us assume that the distance that the man has to cover, right, is x kilometers. So if he has to travel x kilometers to and fro, right. Now to travel downstream x kilometers, how long will he take? The total distance to be travelled, see there is a stream, right, stream is flowing like this. So to travel downstream x kilometers, what is the time that he will take? X divided by 12. Here the man can row in still water at 12 kilometers per hour, river is running at 2.4 kilometers per hour. So the time taken to go downstream x kilometers is nothing but x divided by 12 plus 2.4. Now what is the time to travel upstream x kilometers? Time to travel upstream x kilometers is nothing but x divided by 12 minus 2.4. Put together the total time to go down and come back up is nothing but 1 hour. You have to find out the value of x, that's all, that's the question. So what will you get the answer as? X divided by 14.4 plus x divided by 9.6 is equal to 1. So what will you get the value of x here as? Come on, you guys give me the answer. There is a bit of simplification involved here, which I am sure you will be able to do. What will you get the value of x as? Anyone? Yes, Sony has given the answer as option B, 5.7. Yes, 5.76 is the correct answer. When you solve, you will get the value of x as 5.76. Okay. So, everybody got 5.76 as the answer? Yes. So Sonia has approximated and given me the answer. Very good. She says the answer will be slightly less than 6. That's correct, Sony. The correct answer will be 5.76. Everybody else got the same answer or any issues that you are facing? So with this we are coming to an end of the questions chosen for the session. Any doubts in any of the questions that we solved? Or anything at all, any doubts that you would like to ask me? Else we will close the session. I guess there are no doubts because everybody is so silent. Sony, in the first question, Sony is asking me a doubt on the first question. Yes, Sony, C is the, no, it was not given that C is the midpoint of OB. Let me just go back. Sony wants to know if C was the midpoint of OB. It was not mentioned anything like that. Let me just show her that question once. C was just a point on OB. You can just see that, Sony. So C is just a point on OB, that's all. Okay, yeah. So any other doubts? I guess that is it. So that is it from us for now, and all the very best with your preparation. Do keep practicing more and more questions. Take up as many test papers as possible. As I always say, the key to success to such examinations is to be able to solve these questions fast and in a given time, right? See, if you are given this question paper and you are given like let's say more than a minute per question, I'm sure most of us would get it correct, most of the questions correct. So the key is to try to solve as many questions as possible in a very less time, right? So keep practicing more and more question papers. That will definitely help you boost your scores in such examinations. So that is it from us for now. All the very best, and I will see you in the next session. And this is Gayatri signing off. Till then, take care. Good night. Bye-bye.